So this is me with a driving thought. Shang-Chi broke 400 million. I think it made like 402 million. Now, people are I'm already seeing them jumping out. Oh, see, that proves it's successful. Okay, then you have to admit, for one, that Black Widow is not successful, and it's Marvel's first failure. Now you're probably going, but geek, we're in the pandemic. You can't do that. Okay, so then why did Fast and Furious blow it out the water? This is Marvel. They're supposed to be the creme de la creme, cream of the crop, tippity top. You can't stop. Bars. Yet, in 8 weeks, Shang-Chi struggled. Now, Shang-Chi did have a great opening, and you had the main actor like talking trash to different people. Yeah, interest is there, so it's not like they're doing bad, but it took them 8 weeks to get to that 400 million. So it's not a terrible place, but I'm already seeing like people and stuff going, yeah, you see the better. Now, once again, did Shang-Chi beat analysts' predictions? Yeah, the opening weekend definitely was a beat, and then it got beat by, you know, a Sony movie. Did the overall, for all the trash the movie's talking, which I'm telling you now, I think it's only going to be in theaters a little bit longer, because I think next month or at the end of this month it's supposed to pop on Disney Plus. So the movie has now officially made profit, because from what I've seen, it says 200 million. And if you double that, that's how you do it. Normally, that's the easiest way to do it. 400 million. It's at 402. So right now, they're in a profit of 200 grand. Now, is that a bad thing? No. But I need people to kind of stop with the whole, they broke all the records. They did it all. No, it broke expectations. Because you would have expected Black Widow to have done something, but then you have to admit, Black Widow's Marvel's first failure. The movie didn't even break even. As of right now, like I said, I get it, the pandemic, but there's other movies that have been actually performing pretty decently. So this is Marvel. I'm sorry, they don't get a pass. I'm tired of everyone always giving Marvel a pass every time. The first failure was Inhumans. I don't care if IMAX did it. Was Marvel's name brand on there? Yes or no? That's the simple solution. So Marvel failed. Black Widow did not do so well. That's another failure. Marvel films should not be struggling super crazy hard in the pandemic. They should be making at least moderate. If they're not killing it, which is understandable, they should be at least making... Sorry, I turned it on to clear the fog. They should be at least making moderate numbers. And Shang-Chi has struggled to get to that 400. It's still impressive that they were able to get to 400, 8 weeks in. But I don't expect it to go much further than this. And for Marvel films, they should be hitting up higher numbers. They should be putting up numbers on the board like Fast and Furious. Godzilla vs. Kong did pretty well. It did over 400 million. But for what they spent, it kind of made the difference. So, yes. Is this a congratulations to Shang-Chi? Heck yeah. It still is a feat. Like, I'm not knocking that part. But this whole, oh, they blew everything out the water. It's the greatest thing ever. It's all over. Like, nah. Now, if Shang-Chi did like 500, then I'm like, wow. But they said it topped off. It blew expectations. The numbers I saw, it made 20 million more than what I seen the expectation. About 15 to 20 million more. Because some places I seen analysts say 380. Some I said 385. I think I've seen a couple say 375. So, but the most common one I seen was 380. So, it did about 20 million more, which is cool. That's great. That's actually good. So I'm not sitting here boo-hoo ha-has in it, but I am pointing out that maybe, just maybe, people need to don't act like the victory is like the greatest thing ever when you got other movies doing it. Now at the same time, Bond, apparently people expected a lot out of Bond. I heard that Bond underperformed. I did not look at by how much. So I don't know, but the cockiness, it's like I feel like people are reaching. Like I said, I'm not knocking it fully saying they did terrible, but I think people are going overboard. It's like you gave me cake and I knew I was getting cake. Oh, and you're gonna give me ice cream. That's nice. Oh, just one scoop? Okay, cool. That's even better. But it's not like, oh my God, you gave me ice cream too? What? One scoop? Ah, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, let's calm down. Like, it's great that they did. It's one of the higher grossings, but it's literally just touching profit, which is good, but it should have been better. Now, you're probably wondering why I would say that when I said BVS, you can't count that because everyone said BVS should have did $1 billion. Well, here's the difference. DC has up and down roller coasters, similar to X-Men. Marvel doesn't. Marvel's the top brand in the world. I'm sorry, you don't get that kind of slide. When you have other films who have done pretty well and made over profit. Now, if Shang-Chi does a thing, I would have expected that maybe if Shang-Chi would did like, for 3,500, sure. So, even though it's a little less than what I would consider it, it still did good enough to go, okay, you're on a good board. You're on a good board. But this whole, I've seen people already, it's breaking box office records, it's killing the game, it's the best movie ever. No. And I love how no one talks about Black Widow. You can count the pandemic, but no, Black Widow failed. A Marvel film should not, an MCU film should not be able to make their money in this current pandemic situation. I'm sorry, no. They're the top movie studio in the world. They're supposed to be the Shure brand. No. They should not be struggling to make profit. They should at least be making a little bit over profit. If you spent $200 million, I expect $450 to $500. If you spent $180, okay, then I expect you to at least do $300. Like, no, you're Marvel. I'm sorry. Like I said, some people can call it not fair. They could be like, how do you do it? If you're the top brand in the world, hands down, you shouldn't be struggling when other films have actually made their bank and then some, and acknowledge the fact that Black Widow is a failure. Now, you can use the pandemic as an excuse, but Black Widow's the first Marvel film that was full box office that didn't. And you can try to use the Disney Plus thing. No, from what I understand, those numbers were including the Disney Plus. I don't know. I think it's cool, but I think people need to like calm down a little bit. They're not blowing it out the water. Geek Protagonist, you stay safe, you stay healthy, stay real. I know some people I might have ruffled some people's feathers, but that's how I feel, that's how I see. Just me and my opinion. Marvel films should not be struggling. Yes. Struggling? No. And this movie struggled to get to where it's at. But let's see how it ends. Hey, if they... Alright, Geek Protagonist, you stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real. Sorry, I was eating M&M and it kind of caught me off the wrong way. I'll see you.